Hi everyone and welcome back. We're going to talk about the assignments that are needed to complete Module 6. So first of all, you have a discussion question, and the discussion question is going to have you do some work from your reading and some additional research. I think you're going to need a little bit of extra research on this discussion question. You're going to answer 4 questions listed here. What is a project baseline? Well, your textbook does a good job describing project baseline. You may want to go a little bit further. So when is a baseline established and who approves the baseline? How is the project baseline used to report project status? Now this is where you may need to dig a little bit deeper, and I will suggest you think about earned value management. Earned value management might be a key to answering that question. And then number 4, who needs to approve the project baseline for the Husky Air project? Let's take it back to our own project that we're working on. Who's the approver for the baseline, project baseline for Husky Air? So you're going to put your initial discussion response out there no later than Thursday. This week, there are no peer responses required for this discussion. However, don't let that stop you from replying to any of the other posts that you find interesting. So for your individual assignment, again, we're working on Husky Air. We are continuing that all the way through the end of the class. And I can't stress enough to you, please remember to go back and make the recommended changes as I review your assignments. I'm making suggestions. Please be sure to go back and make those changes because you're compiling all of this information to come together into your final paper. You don't want to keep getting dinged for the same points over and over again, or you don't want to get dinged for the same points when you pull it all together if you didn't make any the changes, or you didn't make the you didn't fix things up the way they needed to be. So this week we're doing project schedule and budget. Read the Husky Air assignment at the end of chapter 6. You're going to prepare a schedule and budget as per the instructions. There are 6 steps included. The last step, step number 6, is just to submit your work. And of course, you're going to submit your work as a professional looking document in Microsoft Word, and you're going to do your completed WBS. So the first 3 sections of your assignment, the first 3 out of 6, are to repeat the project name, the team name, and the team members, your project description, and your measurable organizational value. And one thing that I noticed in assignment 5, you didn't complete the whole thing. So go back and take your full project description, your full measurable organizational value, all of that, and copy it over into this section. Those are your first 3 sections. So then we're going to go into a detailed plan. You're going to, in Microsoft Project, you're going to assign a cost to each resource. Now this may require some research in order to determine what are appropriate costs, or if they're people costs, well, we've got that information in the project info on people cost. But some of the other things, if you're talking about the costs that you were going to incur, remember we looked at that in assignment 3 and assignment 4 where we did some estimated costs. So you want to go back and grab that data, and you're moving it forward now into assigning a cost to each of the resources that you created last week in Microsoft Project. We're also going to link the tasks. So now we're going to determine the predecessors. We're going to schedule the assignment, or schedule the tasks in Microsoft Project. Then for number 5, you're going to answer the following questions. What are the beginning and end dates of the project, and then how many days will it take to complete? That you can find from project statistics. Does your project have a single critical path or multiple critical paths? What is the importance of the critical path? Now that information, the critical paths will be defined in your network diagram, and of course the chapter will help you to define what's the importance of the critical path. Does your project have any over allocated resources? And you need to be sure to level your resources, and that's part of the tutorial number 2 Microsoft Project tutorial. So those are your 5 questions, and then number 6 is to submit both a Word document and your Microsoft plan. remember, you can still earn extra credit. I'm giving 5 points, half of the points of extra credit for completing the Microsoft tutorials. This week, you definitely need the information from tutorial number 2, because that's the tutorial number 2 is what you're going is where you get the resource allocation information. So if you are unfamiliar with any of this using Project, I encourage you to complete the tutorials because I can still give you some extra credit for it. Don't forget that you do have a quiz that's due on Sunday. You've got to get the quizzes and the discussions done in the week they're assigned. They cannot be made up. Any other assignments can be turned in up to 3 days late with a 10% penalty per day. After that, it goes away. So good luck this week, and I'm out there eager to help you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll see you in the discussions.